There's a reason why when we take our dogs to the vets to be euthanized, that you don't get there and the vet pulls out a fucking crossbow or a gun or something, right?
Right.
Because you go, no, there's a better way you can do this. Like, you've run out of injections or something. Like the Greek for the euthanasia means good death. There are better ways of doing it.
Do you think it's better to use a poison that you inject into their veins than a bolt to the brain?
My suspicion is yes.
Why?
It slows down the heart.
Right, but
you can't see them struggling in a sense of like they don't exhibit features that look like they're in pain or they're fighting. So that's the heart slows down, the brain slowly shuts down. Well, you'd expect them to resist in some certain way. Maybe there's not much difference between them.
I don't think there's any difference. The bolt to the brain is instantaneous.
Yeah.
Our concern is blood.
Yeah.
Our concern is seeing trauma. And so we're not seeing it. It's all internal.
Yeah.
Poison kills you in a horrible way. I mean, probably the last moments are probably deeply painful and very confusing where your body's shutting down and you're dying.
Think it's more of like a cultural thing that we don't want our pets shot rather than have injections?
Yeah. I mean,
we see it's less dignified.
Look, I don't want to shoot my pet. I don't want to see your pet shot. I mean, God, imagine seeing Carl get shot. That'd be horrific. But there's no difference between Carl getting an injection that kills him either. It's just our own sensibilities. It's an ending of life, and the most effective, quickest way that causes the least amount of pain should be what we strive for.
Yeah, no, definitely. But that still, I think we both agree on this, right? That the factory farming is the overwhelming amount of meat we're consuming is that.
Yeah.
And people feel, and we think this, we know that non-human animals are morally valuable. Mm-hmm. I love this thought experiment by the philosopher Tom Reagan. He asks you, imagine you're on a lifeboat with, let's say a golden retriever and another human being. And you've got to throw one out, and you get to keep the other one in.
Right.
And so everyone throws out the golden retriever.
Depends on who the person is.
What if it's Hitler? I haven't met any. Yeah.
If it's Hitler and my dog, Hitler's going for a swim.
Well, it's just
I would do that.
It's
right?
Random default.
But wouldn't you do that? But let's be real.
Yeah, I'd throw Hitler in.
100%. I'm going to kill Hitler with my bare hands. Then I'm going to throw him in the water. 100%.
Well, all right. It's not Hitler.
I might eat him.
You don't know who this guy is.
Me and the dog might eat him.
It's not martial. It's some random golden retriever.
I love all golden retrievers. I'm killing Hitler over every fucking golden retriever that's ever been born.
If it's a default person, you don't know who this is.
Okay. Well, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I want that person to live too.
Tom, I went on a date with this girl in London once, and I asked her this thought experiment. I said, what would you do? And then she said, I'd kill the golden retriever. And then I did the Tom Reagan thought experiment and said, well, how about if it was 5 golden retrievers, 10, 100, 1,000? Tom Reagan goes, I'll kill 1 million of them. And you kind of go that's not cool.
And that one person starts disappointing you and lies to you, and you're like, I should have kept those dogs alive.
Yeah. Well, this
there's a problem with animal intelligence, right? Animals are sentient. They have instincts. They love their young. There's also a problem with plant intelligence. And plant intelligence, I think, the emergent science of plant intelligence is fascinating. I don't want to say they're the same thing as people, just like I don't want to say a golden retriever is the same thing as a person in a boat. Yeah. It's not.
Out of interest, how many did you pick in terms of how many golden retrievers you were going to chuck out the boat until you chuck the human being out?
Depends on the person. I can't say.
If it's just some random person, you don't know them, any person walking down the street in Austin today, he's talking tens, hundreds, thousands? He's talking thousands?
No.
Fewer?
Yeah.
Less than 10?
I'm not going to kill 20 dogs for some dude I don't know.
You and me both. Depends on.
I don't know, man. I love my dog so much.
I shouldn't pick a golden retriever.
You can't. It's I can't. Even if I get upset at him, I feel bad. It's you can't just say a random person. Like I said, if it was Hitler, I'd kill Hitler for sure. I'd kill Hitler over a snake.
Yeah, but we're talking
I'd probably just kill him anyway.
We think.
No, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably bring him back so people could study him.
I think if
I was sure that I could capture him alive and get him in front of the press,
just to see
what the fuck happened. Yeah, how the fuck did you do this?
Yeah,
like
word.
I don't know. Goddamn, Norman, you should give me money for this. Norman Ohler, we've been talking about his book over and over again over the past couple weeks. Yes, since he's been here. But Hitler was cranked up on all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And so were the Nazis. They were all on methamphetamines. Hitler was on oxycodone, apparently.
Yeah, thinking he could live long. He was worried he was going to die, right? A vegetarian diet to make sure he could. I just finished
not just vegetarian, but a terrible vegetarian diet. Ate mostly like bread and sugar.
Yeah. You've got to do it right, but he certainly didn't. I've just finished Ian Kershaw's book on Hitler. It's like over 1,000 pages. It's a real good read, like 40-hour read. So if you're interested in like...
You got to be careful leaving those around your house.
I bought it my dad for his birthday, and he was there in the restaurant showing everyone. I was like,
it's a real problem. Like you can't do that.
No, you can't do it.
You know, what we're talking about with the animal intelligence and plant intelligence and human intelligence, like for sure, the way we're doing it now is wrong. I think we would all agree to that. If you could wave a magic wand and let all the animals be free and no one eats them anymore, you're going to have chaos. You're going to have real chaos. First of all, you're going to have massive overpopulation, and you're going to have predators everywhere. And because unless you do have predators everywhere, you're going to have car accidents that you would never imagine, train accidents. There's a guy named why am I blanking on his name? American Coyote, Dan Flores. Dan Flores, I forget where he's a professor out of. He studies the history of animals, and Dan Flores he wrote a paper called, I think it's called Buffalo Ecology something. What was it? Buffalo Diplomacy, Buffalo Ecology. He thinks that's it. Genius guy. He thinks the reason why when they came across the Great Plains and there was millions and millions of buffalo, I think the reason why is because 90% of the Native Americans were killed by the plague.
Oh wow.